So with the very basic gadgets of a microphone, a phone, and a tripod, I want to get started showing you by example how we can create a speech out of sharing how we feel. How often do we hear, "Hey Jesse, how are you today?" What is the answer normally we get? "I'm fine, thank you." What else? What would you normally say in response? What do you normally hear from others? So, kind of okay. All this I call non-committal. How are you today? We hear it so often. But our response is hardly something that's out of the blue. And I know why. And that's because we have too many things to say. As a result, nothing to say. We are practically numb by the things that envelop us, probably even bury us. And this is not something that happens only to the adults, like your dad, your mom, my dad, my mom. Everybody have their fair share of these competing demands on their time, energy, attention. So much so that, so much to say, nothing really we want to say. Is there a way out to this? Yes. And here's my recommendation. The next time you ask someone, "How are you today?" be prepared with your own response. So that if someone happens to ask you first, you have an answer that is not just, "Okay, so, I'm fine, thank you. How about you?" I would want to say something like this. Hear me out. "I'm glad you asked. I didn't expect a very spectacular day, but indeed there is at least one thing I'm thankful for. Just now, on the way here, in the subway, I met someone who asked me for the road directions. This man, he seems in a rush, so he spoke real fast. I couldn't quite understand. I asked him to repeat. I said, 'I beg your pardon,' and he repeated himself, this time slower. And when he did that, I found that this is a polite person, although in a rush. I gave him the directions because I was sure of my answer, and he was really appreciative. I think it will take me a long time, if ever, to forget the smile on his face. Literally brighten up when I gave him the direction, the shortest way to get to Chinatown. Saving him time, relieving him of the apprehension. I know at that instant I did something good, and that is spectacular. Although it could mean little to someone else besides, especially those who didn't bother to answer his questions or come to his help. I think this story tells me something, and I'm happy to conclude that a day could be so much pressured by the little things that we need to do. Even at your age, 7 days, non-stop, extra classes, lots of homework. It takes the fun out of living, learning, working, whatever. But if at all possible, let's just stop a moment to help someone. Just as there are moments we need help. How do we feel when we get that help? When we need it most? Makes our day. Equally, it makes our day when we are in a position to help someone else. Do that. It doesn't change the fact that we only have 24 hours. It doesn't change the fact that we have a lot of work to do as well. So many things to worry about. But it does somehow brighten up our day. So our attitude towards facing up to the pressure of time, attention, and energy becomes a lot more bearable. Give it a shot. I don't think you have anything to lose. I certainly didn't have anything to lose telling that man how to get to Chinatown in the shortest time possible. In fact, I gained from it. it made my day as well to help someone. And I would be bold enough, in fact, to ask for help when I need to. After all, like you, my 24 hours are really stretched. I really have too many things to do. Before I can cut them down, I can do with some help. What about you? All right. I've just shared this speech and I want you to just listen in for what it's worth.